Hi, Adiash73 here with part 9 of the Crash Time walkthrough. This time we're into case 5, Undercover. So go into that case, open it up and start it on hard, and we're straight into mission 1. So this is a mission that is a race mission, so the primary objective is to beat all the other 3 cars, and you also need to rack up a total of 20 jumps. So that can be quite tricky. You can see I've had a perfect jump there. Miss it there, but don't worry too much. You will need to get most of them.
Much too far. Look at your speed.
As he said, much too far, and that will happen. Now you get a total of 4 laps to complete the objective, so as long as you're getting 5 a lap, you will be okay. Obviously, if you get a perfect jump. Well, that's a bit offensive, isn't it? I mean, blimey. There's no need for language like that from the game. As you can see, that time, perfect. Again, missed the landing on that one. Have a little bit of a spin out, but nothing too serious. I'm still in the lead. I'm just too slow on that jump to get perfect, but I'm still on target. I'm still at a total of 10 from the 2 laps, the average of 5 a lap. Ideally you want to be doing a bit more than that though. So no sarky comments that time.
Clean leap.
Just about made the perfect. Yeah, not quite enough, and that slows me up quite a bit. You can see I'm under pressure now from the cars behind. They are not immune to racing a bit dirty, so finger on that boost button just to catch up. Into the last lap, 4 jumps to do. Just one more, so no problems.
Congratulations, you clicked.
There we are. Ignore that last jump, get onto the final straight and then just boost away. Brake heavy. And there we are. Mission over. Mission 2 of the Undercover case, which is case 5, requires you to catch up to the vehicle and then inflict 6 knocks, taps, collisions, call them what you will, on the target vehicle. There have been a couple of missions like this previously. In both of those, on the walkthrough that I've created, I have mentioned a technique that I like to use, and that's the technique where you pull alongside the target vehicle and then use a snaking driving motion to drive into the side of the vehicle. I found that far more effective than trying to attack them from behind and just pushing them from the rear, where they can sort of pull out a lead again, or you can spin them around. It gets a bit messy. So you can see the target vehicle in view. So a tap spins him round, gets a bit messy, manage a little clip, but he's back on the accelerator again and back pulling away from me. So that again means I've got to take time to catch up to him, and it's all extra time where I could make a mistake and cause myself damage. So nicely alongside him now, another little tap and he's off again. Always tricky to get up and catch him on these sections. There we are, easily enough done. Now what I found is that it's just keep racing, get the next car, and then you just follow him into the garage we just passed. And that's it, mission over. Now into mission 3 of the Undercover case, case 5. This one's a straight up race. Now first thing that I would say is get your foot down early and try and get across that crossing we've just passed, that train crossing, quickly, because he'll get stuck by the train that's just about to pass. If you're a bit slow, you'll get stuck by the train, but if you put your foot down early, you can get across there, build yourself up a nice little bit of a lead. Now you might find that this race, because it's on twisty roads, will take you a couple of attempts. It certainly took me a couple of attempts. I made some silly mistakes on the first one. That's indicated by all those black tyre marks you can see on the road. One of the mistakes was actually on this autobahn. Because you've got the boost button and it's nice and open, you're tempted to use it, and that's what I did. On the first attempt I floored it up this section and came flying over these two jumps and smashed into some cars on the second lap, and that just slowed me down enough to not be able to complete the race in time. So just be aware of that when you're racing. By all means use that boost button, it will get topped up at the beginning of each fresh lap, but don't over egg it, you know, be quick but cautious is what I would say. Yeah, the cars do tend to, as you've probably found out by now, roll quite easily. They're pretty stiff cars. You know, good job the cars in real life don't roll that easily, otherwise we'd all be rolling all over the place. Again, this familiar bit of track. Could have been worse, could have had a full-on head-on. I tried to be cheeky and squeeze, but no joy. You can see he's right on me now, caught right up. So that little section I was talking about at the beginning where you can try and put a lead with the train, it's quite important. But the rubber banding on this game is, now as you've seen yourself now, he's right on my tail. I've barely made any mistakes. So it is quite unfair that way, but as long as you keep racing pretty clean, don't make too many mistakes, you should be fine. So I have to wait for the train there a bit. If I'd have been quicker, I might have got across there, and again that might have given me the opportunity to build out a bit of a lead. So that's the first lap done. Now you know the track now, you know the course you're racing on, so you should be able to get around this a bit more cleanly. You know the trouble spots, you know what to look out for. It's just a case of keeping that gap and racing through to the end. It's also possible to make mistakes through this bit as you're coming over the hill. Quite often there'll be a car ahead of you that you can't see. That whole dark environment does make it a bit tricky sometimes. Depends how fast you're going. If you're really booting it, obviously there's more chance of making a mistake. No lorry for me to crash into there this time. certainly a bit cleaner on this lap. Wasn't so lucky there, was trying to squeeze between the two, doesn't always come off. And there we are, approaching the end. Across the line and mission over. So we're into mission 4 of the Undercover case. This is case number 5, and on this mission it's a straight up follow mission. As you can see, I fired boost off straight away just to catch up with the vehicle. He is in that Supra or Supra type vehicle, so he can go quite a bit quicker than the average vehicles that you've followed so far in the game. So just be aware of that, just catch up to him nice and quickly, and don't let him get too far ahead of you, because if you do have a crash he can pull out quite a gap quite quickly. Now this is a straight follow mission. Although there is no minimum distance, all you're required to do is follow. You don't need to give him any damage at all, although it doesn't always appear obvious on this type of mission where there's no minimum distance, and also the amount of damage that he was received is shown in that left hand side. Quite often I'd waste an attempt or a try, you know, catching up to them and then damaging them and then wondering what's going on and failing the mission. So just follow him, no worries, no drama, just keep up with him. Now at the end of this section of road here, a bit further on, you will want to apply the brakes, because if you go into it full speed you're going to end up going a bit wrong and flying all over the place. So we just get down this next little section. It's coming up just here. So if you go full pelt through that area there, you're going to end up flying all over the place, and that'll cost you some time. So better to be on the side of caution. Just keep your speed down as you go through that section. The rest of it's all very straightforward. We're approaching the end now. His destination is the garage. That'll just be coming into view when we get through this next little section of road. See, there's the garage. As soon as he pulls in, that's it, mission over. As always, I hope you found this walkthrough useful. By all means, check out the other walkthroughs in this series, or have a look at my channel where I have more solutions, videos, vlogs and more. As always, thanks for watching and listening. Take care and bye bye.